The official underdog of the starter trio. Bulbasaur never received the respect it deserved, and at least for being number 1 of all things in the Pokédex. It's about time we show Bulbasaur a bit more love, not because I think he deserves it, but I'll always put him above Charmander. Look, I admit it. I'm an avid Charmander hater. Every kid at my school started with Charmander because he was popular and he evolves into a cool, quote-unquote, fire dragon. If anything, I look down on him because my Squirtle tore him to pieces time and time again, while standing up for our Bulbasaurian brethren, because they had already been burned and bullied alive by the Charmanders. Look, this is supposed to be about Bulbasaur, and I'm sitting here talking about the other 2 starters. Imagine that. So, is this a petty attempt to keep Charmander as last place in my eyes? Yes. Yes, it is. Subscribe. So you guys have heard me say it before, and I'll say it once again. Primary forms matter. Especially when the characters are so simplistic. What really is going to make the sculpt accurate is getting the primaries just right. Bulbasaur has a decent amount of little leg chunk and the body slope that all make his silhouette very unique, and especially compared to the other 2 bipedal starters. But this is what I love about sculpting, is finding the very essence of a character before you even add the slightest bit of detail. In the same sense that you can tell 8-bit Mario is Mario with just as few pixels versus the Mario we know today. Now that I have the primary forms figured out, I think where Bulbasaur stands out the most for me is definitely his coloration. The blue-green skin tones with the teal spots, then an even richer green bulb and the red eyes was something I really never looked deeper at, but it's nice that he isn't always portrayed as like green for grass, wow, green, oh, he's a grass type. There's a lot of variation in his coloring, and the red eyes is a nice pop of contrast. I think visually Bulbasaur is the most interesting starter of Gen 1. In my head also, Pokemon don't and aren't in the show always portrayed as the exact same color. Usually for simplicity, yes, but in cases where they have to differentiate between 2 of the same Pokemon in the show, or a different region's effect on the Pokemon, I think this should be taken a little further in the same way that where no 2 dogs or cats have the exact same coat even if they are part of the same litter. With 3D, I think it would be cool to see this in Pokemon games where the same Pokemon can have different coat colorations or slight differences even if they're the same thing. And I'm not talking about shiny Pokemon. I don't know. Nintendo, take notes. Okay, now this is where I usually would end the video, but I saw a few of you in the comments saying that you'd like to see a little more, so here's more. After grabbing a bit of reference and brewing up some ideas for a quick scene, I thought I'd add a small scene of some place Bulbasaur would use for a quick shelter, or even a place they'd like to find to make their home out of. And for a grass type, what a better place to call home than an old log or a fallen tree in the forest. I know, I say this every video, but I did have a lot of fun doing this, and just thinking up something that would surround the character was really cool. I shaped the log and made it so that it was embedded into the ground to show that it's been there for a while. Then other little features such as just leaves and mossy rocks in this tiny little clearing of his. Maybe the Bulbasaur pushed some of the rocks over to make it more decorative for him. And forest floors don't always tend to have a bunch of sunlight reaching the ground, so the grass is a little more sparse in some areas. And other details to tell a lot about the surrounding, even by showing so little. And with that, I'm done. Honestly guys, leave a comment below and list some more characters you'd like to see, or else my channel is just going to be filled with nothing but Pokemon, because I've been having a lot of fun doing these guys, but we're going to have to switch it up pretty soon. This is my favorite one thus far. I think I'll be adding scenes a lot more often, but let me know if you guys enjoyed this video in the comments below. If you did, leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. So, thanks a lot.